We've proposed that we should push back the date of the GCSE, A-level and BTEC exams next summer, really to give students as long as possible to complete their learning. Obviously, in the year we've just had, their learning has been quite significantly disrupted as a result of the lockdown, and it's possible, I hope it won't happen, but I think we have to face the likelihood that there may be further disruption in the year ahead. And we owe young people every opportunity to show what they're capable of, to achieve their best and show their potential. And by giving them as long as possible to study and to push the exam date back, we think that that puts young people first. Of course, I recognise that will have a knock-on effect for marking, for results and for college and university admissions. So it's important that this is planned really carefully with all the partners around the table. But I think it's much better to say now to universities, can we talk about the latest possible date, how we could make this work so that students get the best possible chance, but you can still process admissions. It's got to be better that we have those discussions and put proper plans in place now than we get into the ridiculous situation again next summer that we've just seen this year, where universities, schools, students, teachers and parents at the very last moment were thrown into utter chaos. Certainly, I think a few extra weeks for some additional learning is one tool that we should use, but I'm not suggesting it's the only thing that needs to happen. It is important that the government has contingency plans in case exams can't take place at all next summer. And we saw the chaos that ensued this year when they had no plans in place. It's important that the 16, 17, 18-year-olds doing the GCSE and A-level exams next year have full access to the catch-up funding that the government's made available. Sadly, they don't have that full access at the moment. And it's important that they have the resources for learning at home, the access to digital resources, for example, if they have to spend time out of school again. We know that the government's own laptops programme didn't even reach all the children it should have, let alone the many, many hundreds of thousands of other children who don't have full digital access. And I think it's really important that the government prioritises young people's learning and make sure that they all have access to all the forms of learning that might be needed over the year ahead.